Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion, I'm Auntie Chan.
And I am...
Go on. Okay?
Okay, I can do it. You're right.
You're
right.
right.
It's time. I'm Darby Lynn. It's Darby, bitches.
Darby? Darby like the Barbie, but with a D?
With a D. I took the name of a famous doll and I made it worse. Darby. Okay, let's talk about this, Chan. We have to talk about this, right?
Okay, this is big, because this is identity, and that's what people love addressing first and foremost. This is important.
We have been gone for a month. There's a lot of things going on, and we'll get into all of that. But a big reason, of course, was the Black Lives Matter movement. Chicago now has a Chicago Black Drag Council who's been making big changes, overdue changes in Chicago. For those of you who don't know, the Chicago Black Drag Council is a council that formed to get restorative justice in Boys Town. One thing that came up in all of that was my name, the name we will no longer be using. It is rooted in some pretty, what's the right word? Racist Southern past. And, you know, when I started drag, I would get real nervous and I'd get up on stage and my Southern accent would go, you know, all, hi guys, dirt. I'll just do Dixie Carter from Designing Women, it'll be fine. I decided to finally change it. It's one of the things I'm doing, trying to better myself, learn anti-racism and how to be an anti-racist and an ally. So I was talking to Alexis, which is not how you be an anti-racist. She's actually, you don't want to talk to her. But, oh, sorry, I forgot. She's still in our ear. I was talking to Alexis and she's like, well, you know, my uncle's name is Darby. Your uncle is a cartoon chicken? And she's like, no, that's his actual name. And that was gonna be my name. Like my parents thought about naming me that, but they thought I'd get made fun of. And then, you know, come to find out she got made fun of for a lot more than just her name. But I think Darby's it.
You gave a dead name a new life. It's cute. It's more grown too, I will say. Like it's like, oh, that's Darby. That's like the older Dixie.
An exciting part of this though is that Darby has developed her own t-shirts to introduce her name to the world. I will be ordering 25 of these beautiful t-shirts only now, only for the premiere of Darby. They will never again be available. In order to get your own My Name is Darby t-shirt, you need to donate at least $25 to Brave Space Alliance. That is $25 or more. I'm not saying you only donate 25. I'm saying at least 25 to Brave Space Alliance. Send me the receipt and your t-shirt size. And if you made it in the first 25, I will be sending you a little confirmation. Boom, you made it. And I'll be ordering you a t-shirt. Just the first 25. But if you don't make the first 25, you've donated to Brave Space Alliance and you've done something great. So, and you get to write it off. And you help the world.
You know what? You're doing it. You're like actively listening. You are trying to make those changes happen, because when that drag council took place, it wasn't about bringing people up to the booth and giving them a public spanking. It wasn't a live humiliation, which is how some of those folks took it. It was like, all right, how do we come together? Because they're not seeking revenge, they're seeking solutions. And I know I don't need to tell you this too, and I know you know that you don't need to hear it, but I was very happy to see that you came with solutions. You were the only one that came with solutions. And that's the kind of forward thinking that needs to happen, is just activism. Oh, the word act is already in activism.
Oh, so much activeness.
Oh my God,
we're too active. The people who were talking to me are people I care about in the community and that I respect so much. Like Lucy, like Bambi, she's like, this is how you're hurting me by not doing what you need to do. Unless you don't care about the person saying that, you have to respond in the most honest and like thoughtful way that you can. And I'm just glad, I'm so grateful that they gave me the opportunity to respond and to make myself better. Along those lines though, as far as IMHO goes, Chan really, you really helped IMHO kind of make this decision. It was a decision that I don't know that I would have come to on my own and I think it's the right decision. The decision was, Sidetrack does not have a great relationship with the Black community, and they have a lot of work to do. I am confident that they're going to do the work, but I know it's going to take time. So IMHO would rather step back and let them do the work. We don't want anything that we do to make anyone feel like we don't care or that we're not listening.
It also comes down to like the money that you take, and I know it's really hard to make money during these times as a queer, but I've personally changed the way that I've been trying to spend my money too, because even the way you spend your money can be racist. Like the way that you consume can be racist. Like you need to be making sure that everything you're doing is anti-racist, and it has to be a habit. Like you have to get into these new ways that you weren't experiencing before COVID and the Black Lives Matter boom, and just kind of stick to it. And part of that is understanding where your money is coming from and what it represents. Sidetrack is, I mean, you came to terms with them, or you made a deal with them, and Dita, you and Dita came together and told them, these are what we're asking for.
Dita and I, before the Chicago Drag Black Council, both, we had chatted and we both went to Sidetrack and said, this is what we need from Sidetrack to show that Sidetrack is going to put this work in and make these changes happen. They agreed to everything. They were like, absolutely, yes, we will do it. Yes, yes, yes. The issue for me, and I think for us, is that they're not fully open yet. They're not going to be able to make a lot of these changes that need to be made publicly until they're fully open. And I think to be an ally with the Chicago Black Drag Council, to show that each decision I'm making from now on will be, like you said, every decision you make has to be rooted in anti-racism. Saying you know what, I'm just gonna make this decision, I'm not racist, it's fine. No, we are in a racist society, so every decision you make has to be rooted in anti-racism. And so I don't think I would be an anti-racist if I didn't wait and make sure that the place I'm working has done what it needs to do to prove to the Black community that they give a shit. I do plan on returning to Sidetrack, but not until the public sees that the work is being done. IMHO, you know, we'll discuss that future down the line. But for now,
and to wrap up
IMHO,
like that, just to button like that conversation, I think this is like the most important Pride to me because it has been the most enlightening Pride. This month, I really learned a lot about the problematic systems that we're under and ways to unlearn that or fight against it, and really what Pride is about too. So it's more than just wearing a bandana in public as underwear. It's about honoring the mothers that gave us our lives, and those mothers are Black trans women. So
yeah, someone said on Facebook, I think it was Tati, said like, this is the most authentic Pride I've ever had, and I have to agree. Like I learned so much, and I'm so inspired and so excited to take Chicago drag to a new level with those Black and brown and trans voices at the forefront of everything. We want to be in a safe space, and we want everyone to feel safe. And Black and brown people have not felt safe in Boys Town.
You got the memo. Okay. You read the email. Okay.
On that. Oh, God. I can't. You know what? Being woke. Girl.
You got to go to bed extra early. So wake up extra
I'm learning that. I go to bed at 7 p.m. Another thing, too, that we're excited for IMHO, which we kind of, we let Patreon in on this, but we haven't really said anything publicly. We are no longer IMHO with Janet and Dumb Bitch. We are now just IMHO the show, IMHO Network.
I think the show was mostly just about our identities, and there's so many voices in Chicago, and we're seeing that our channel wants to see more from the Chicago talent too. Like, I've been reading some of the comments. Whenever we mention like another person in our scene, like Camilla or Tenderoni, like you guys light up. And I think having us be IMHO the show will set us up for a platform that provides a voice to those. The YouTube community needs to hear from the Chicago talent and minority voices. So we're trying to with our channel, give a megaphone to our POCs.
Yeah, and you know, when we started this channel, it was truly just like, hey, remember that thing we used to do with Soju? Do you want to do that thing together? Like, we just thought it would be something silly. We never expected it to take on a life of its own as it has, and we're so thrilled by it. But we're realizing with this movement in Chicago, we're realizing, oh wait, we have our own platform. Like, we can make this happen for you, so that you can see this as well. So IMHO now, we're going to move forward with still doing reviews and, you know, silly Drag Race stuff. We're not going to step away from watching television and then telling you about what we watched. But we will be doing it separately. We'll be coming back together for premieres and kind of big stuff like that. But really, we want to take turns introducing new Chicago voices to you. 1 week, I'll be doing Drag Race with, you know, this new voice. And then Chan will be making a video, you know, someone else in Chicago, get ready, and talking about their career. So we'll both still be on the channel, but we're gonna branch out to try and bring in more voices. And Alexis is actually being moved up from intern to hostess as well. Now, that was not my decision. I think Chan, it was a low moment for you when you said that out loud.
I had to use one of my wishes, and that wish was, please promote Alexis P. Bevels.
So you'll be seeing a lot more of her as well. Now, when I'm on camera, she will be intern, because that is what I need.
That's the character.
It's the character that I understand. Yeah, it keeps me feeling safe, okay? One thing that we have missed so dearly is talking about television with you. Before we move into Drag Race, though, we do want to say, wear your mask. Don't be that person. Please, don't hurt people with your germs. Okay?
Call out the Karens, too, for not wearing their masks. Cause a scene.
Yeah. Why are Karens so afraid of fabric? They're not afraid of a jaunty haircut.
They think it controls your mind. They think it's a mind control device. Karen, you're freaking out at Trader Joe's. Your mind seems out of control. So come to me when you're
beyond masks being an issue, ma'am.
You're wearing a BB Stoned shirt in 2020. What's going on?
It's not the mid-90s, okay? We've got other issues. We have been away from you for a month, so we have missed 4 episodes of All Stars. Now, I guess our first comment should be, was that thunder?
That was thunder. Did you hear it too?
Oh my God, yeah. Well, because now we live super close to each other, so when I hear thunder, you hear thunder. Okay, thunder.
And you hear the fireworks too, right?
Yeah, awful.
You know what it is, right?
What?
I was told that it's the government trying to exhaust the citizens.
What? Oh, because they're supplying the fireworks, just like they supplied the bricks.
They're exhausting.
Oh yeah, that was one more thing. One thing I forgot before we move on. Fuck Lori Lightfoot. I forgot. I wanted to open with that. I can't believe I forgot.
Opening statement, fuck Lori Lightfoot.
We should start every review for the rest of All Stars with that statement. We have 4 episodes to catch up on. We're clearly not going to go through every single moment in each episode because honestly, they weren't that good. So we're just going to highlight. We're not going to like go through everyone's looks, everyone's whatever. If you do want a full review, one of my favorite reviewers is Wilma Fingerdew. I think Movie Bitches actually decided to jump onto All Stars. So there's stuff out there. You'll find it. Oh, and Jimmy Pink. She is making sure that you are still getting your All Stars reviews. So Jimmy Pink, we love you. So episode 1, if you want to watch our thoughts on the actual entrances and all of their looks, we've already done that, believe it or not. You can head back into our archive and see our All Stars 5 cast stuff for that. We talked like for a long time about them and we were right.
What were they wearing?
Shay was beautiful and Derrick Barry was Britney Spears. That's all that matters.
Right. Okay.
But one of the fun things though that we didn't get on season 12 of Drag Race, but they gave us for All Stars episode 1, the library is now open.
Reading challenge.
And of course, hot ass Ricky Martin is there. Ricky Martin's one of those like pop stars that I think back and I'm like, you know, like Britney Spears, she's like, we love her, but we also, there's a little bit of like She's a little bit of a joke to some degree.
Is
but
Ricky Martin a joke to you?
No, he's too hot. I think he's very hot.
He is fine. He is fine. I do want to smell those pits.
Can I say, I
thought that's how you greet people.
This thunder.
Ooh.
Do you hear that?
Yes. The gods.
We must, you know what? It's Ricky Martin. It's making him quiver. The library's open. I'm so glad that we are able to have this reading challenge again. The winners of this, of course, are Juju B, and out of nowhere, Blair St Clair. Who knew that skinny little girl could say anything of worth?
She called someone fat and won. That sounds like RuPaul's Drag Race to me.
It wasn't even her read. Like, Alexis was trying to read her for being too skinny. And then she responded, any weight I lost, you found. I was like, immediately like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. But then...
All right.
But then I was like, it's RuPaul's Drag Race. So, good on you, Blair. Juju, though, did have a really funny, when she was introducing Mayhem Miller, she was like, Mayhem Filler. Oh, I'm sorry. Mayhem Miller. Juju B's back.
Juju B's back.
And did you notice that Mariah pulled rose petals out of nowhere to read Shay? Did she?
That's a trigger, actually.
Right? And
you're crazy.
Did you talk to a producer? How did you get rose? Did you bring those with you? Like, how did
you set up props for the reading challenge? That's what
on episode 1. Call VH1. Get them on the phone. I have a few questions.
So who won that challenge? Was it Juju B, right?
Juju and Blair. They tied.
And Blair, right.
Well, because Blair said that Alexis was fat, and so VH1 was like, well, we can't let her go unrewarded for that.
Right.
They both got $2,000 to a website. So, there you go.
So there was beef.
Yeah.
There was already beef set up. We love drama.
What was the beef? What was the beef?
It was between India and Derrick Barry, and it was just childish, catty behavior, just like them not liking each other.
It was immediate, too.
Recall. It happened outside of Drag Race. It's like in their work environment.
Oh, because they both live in Vegas. Yeah, like India kind of threw shade. She also kind of threw shade at Drag Race as a whole, which I live for. But I get, like, if you have them back on the show, whatever. I think, too, like, as Derrick was taking her wig off, a producer was like, you're not going to last long here. Can you go ahead and get this fight started? And Derrick's like, no problem, I gotcha. So anyway, India's a bitch. Yeah, I don't...
Painting the new girl, or not the new girl, but the returning...
The returning girl that people kind of forgot about, so she could have been the new girl.
Aw, Derrick's being mean. We're back.
We're back. Derrick's back. Let's just skip forward. Let's skip forward to the runway and the talent show. Okay. So Rue comes out in that green dress that I think had a good story behind it, or a good initial idea. It wasn't for me, but I think Rue was just like, we're back. I'll wear the green one. It's fine.
Yeah, it wasn't surprising. It was the dress.
It was a dress.
You know what? Whatever she feels comfortable with, because I guess she can do whatever she wants, right?
Especially with All Stars. She's like, this is just a repeat of the show I do on Thursdays.
This is for fun.
So the talent show, we'll just kind of, a couple highlights. Shea Coulee pole dances, which it came out that she's like, yeah, I've only done this a handful of times. I thought I'd try it on TV.
You know what? Good for her. She was emboldened to do something new.
What kind of confidence? I guess if you're Shea Coulee, though, if you wake up and you're Shea Coulee, if you decide you can pole dance now, you can pole dance now.
Okay, but her face, though, that makeup, the thin brow, she always looks so good.
And the red, that was a shake and go wig, ma'am. But a shake and go has never looked so beautiful. How does she look so... okay. You know what? That's one thing I will say. For those of you just joining us, if you think that we're not going to just completely favor Shea in every single episode, you're wrong. Just wait till we get to the episode where Ross talks shit about Shea. We have a lot. Believe me, this is a pro-Shea video.
Not propaganda. We are... That's our god. Like,
she is
God,
Chicago.
we are worshiping her.
Exactly. And, you know, and just like, follow her on Twitter. Just take in everything that she's doing. She is saying, she does not, like, she is a international superstar, and she is still coming back to Chicago to make sure we get our shit together. She is...
take care of us. That's
so
our
anyway,
mother. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's beautiful and gorgeous. She was wonderful. Mayhem Miller made up words to a song. She was lip syncing to herself, she was singing live her own song.
Live. She goes, "Jip jop, don't keep down, excuse me, sir, I'm talking to you."
Talking to you.
Oh my god!
I would buy that
Not
on
the
iTunes.
Sims. Not the Sims saying, "Tell dramatic story."
Juno Birch should do that on one of her Sims recreations. She should have like a Sim reenact Mayhem Miller's ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo. And now, really, the only Derrick Barry moment we're really going to get in All Stars was Derrick Barry doing impressions of celebrities.
Ooh. What do you think?
Okay. I did get a few messages from people who were like, I get, like, I'm so glad that you're staying focused and IMHO is staying focused on what's important, but, like, I do need to hear your thoughts on Derrick Barry. I appreciate... Like, you don't want to go to a drag show and see a drag queen who doesn't believe that she's incredible. I want to go to a drag show and see a drag queen with no concept of who she is. Like, who truly doesn't see the world with the same eyes that I do. That's Derrick Barry to me.
Some of them were there, but this is not an SNL audition. You are doing a one-woman show. You are like showcasing your talent, and you want to take us to Bob and Joe's stand-up hour and do character impressions? No.
It's the thing that's so funny to me is okay, hear me out. She and Shay did the same thing. They both took a skill they haven't really mastered or didn't know that well. But the difference is Shay can do anything she wants and she'll do it well and beautiful. Derrick can barely do one thing well.
Honestly, her entrance was more entertaining than the talent show, and if she did something more of like a Britney Spears show, that would have been fun. Then you stop trying new things.
There has to be some storyline producer who's like, stop it. Stop doing Britney. You need to do something else. Let's see something else from you. Because if she went up and did Britney, of course we'd love it. We wouldn't we wouldn't love it, but we would accept it for what it was, and we'd get her to the next episode and then send her home. You know? India Farah wins the first challenge. She does this big dance and she dances and
she does a drag number.
She lip syncs to herself, which I love. She wins a trip to Iceland, which...
Congratulations. The post-corona prize is going to Iceland.
Have fun in Iceland in 2022. We find out the bottom is Mayhem, Angina, and Derrick. And now we find the big twist.
This cat is going crazy.
Hi.
Oh, you peed on that. Okay, we're back. She just found a box of drag and now she's like toying with it.
We find out, twist of the season, there's no more top two battling it out for their legacy. Instead, they are going to be competing against a lip sync assassin.
I think it's fun to bring back like lip sync performers that we forgot about, but I have yet to see like where's Dita Ritz? Like where's Coco Montrese? Where are these people that like gave stellar lip sync performances that we cannot forget? Like before it was like prop gags and like costume gags. When it was just about like taking the song and performing it, where are those people?
I feel the same way. Like this first assassin was Evie Oddly. And I was actually really excited to see Evie because she's a winner. And so we're not going to see winners on All Stars. You know, like the winner of the season doesn't really get to come back often. So I was excited that that happened, and I do think Evie's a good lip syncer. However, I agree with you. Like the legendary lip syncers, like Dita, like Coco, I'm still waiting for that. I'm hoping that'll come through at some point, but so far it hasn't.
Do you hear meowing still?
Yes, it's cute though.
Hello?
Is that Boba?
Yeah, that's Boba. I don't
Boba.
know what's going through his mind. Oh, he's standing up. Oh, yeah, you stand up to poop, that's right. Oh, right next to me. See, this is... You kind of disrespect me.
Why do you have a paper towel? What are you about to do?
He missed the litter box. Can you see where I put the poop? That's where it goes. Oh, I don't mean to raise my voice. You see the poop? That's where it goes. They only respond to positive reinforcement.
Evie and India do Livin' La Vida Loca. What a stellar drag song. Evie wins because she did great. And she pulls a little lipstick out, and then we see Derrick Barry goes home.
Derrick Barry, honestly, there for the drama, I think. That was the casting.
Yeah.
And drama was brought. Drama was served.
Drama was brought. We thank you so much for your single episode drama story. Let's move on to episode 2. Episode 2, I'm in Love. Cracker tells Angina that she should have brought Whiteout with her, and she should have written her name on lipstick, even though she wasn't in the bottom.
I don't understand. And the fans need to stop being so forgiving to that behavior, because if someone else did it, they'd be like, snake, evil. But why do we always give, like, queens like Cracker the upper...
You mean the white pass?
Better point of view. You said it, Darby. Well, it's not even about, like, it was directed at a queen of color. It's like, that kind of behavior, she gets away with it because she has never been told, or she's never had any repercussions for that kind of behavior. So...
That's true.
I don't know. It really did suck to see Angina, like, self-destruct and, like, collapse like a dying star from that. But, like, that's just using your words as a weapon because, you know, you can get away with it. We're tired of it.
Let's start your very stressful work day with me saying that I thought you should have gone home even though you were safe. Like, it was just unnecessary. It was hurtful. I'm a huge Cracker fan, do not get me wrong. But this Cracker villain edit, I'm not mad at it. Like, there is a part of me that's like, yeah, there's probably a little villain in you that you're just willfully ignoring. So, basically, India, because she won the previous episode, she said, Rue said, pick your top competitors. So she picked Shay and Blair, which... Blair didn't quite ring true to me.
That kind of
and then they all, yeah, right? And they all pick teams to write a verse on the song I'm in Love. You know the song I'm in Love. You can't stop listening to it, right?
Sure. I'm thinking I'm in love, 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 love. I'm in love. That one.
It's weird because that sounds like a chorus, but you're right. That was the second verse. That was so good.
Oh, yes. I'm not a songwriter.
You can be whatever you want to be. You're a drag queen.
Oh,
we do it all now.
DIY.
Let's actually just go to the song. Let's hit up Rue's second gown, though. So Rue comes out. I cannot remember what this gown is. Do you have it?
Pink and teal sequin. It was a dress with, like, the bright colored...
Yeah. Like, they look like leaves or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated that I saw that there was like a dress underneath it because it looks like it was just a dress that that was the base and then they just sewed things onto it.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Whatever Rue wears, we're going to be like, ooh, because it's, you know, a lot of money was spent and this was made just for this. But that was a good one. That was a good moment. We actually go to the song. The highlights, I thought Juju looked stunning. She had on the red furry boots. She had on that high pony. There wasn't a lot to the look, but we don't get to see that kind of younger version of Juju a lot.
She looked sexy. Like her waist and hip and boob ratio is just right. Like she has the corset just down right.
Oh, she knows her body. She knows exactly how to make her body look good. The other one that I was blown away by was Shay's look. Shay looked incredible. So cute. That was a runway look. And there she is just singing
with the pom-pom and the jacket. Yes.
And she's just like, okay, well, I'm just going to wear this for a challenge and I'm just going to rap and sing about Chadwick Boseman. It's fine. I remember on her season, like, how thrilling it was anytime she got to, like, rap or sing. It was like, oh, because she's just so good. Just, oh, hearing her again, I just, so happy. And then the last little bit that, like, kind of got me was Blair, the male celebrity she fell in love with was Hannibal Lecter. It just, what's the male celebrity you have to sing a song about on TV? Would you go serious and, like, do a Henry Cavill, like Angina did, unfortunately, or would you be funny?
I would probably try to be funny because that's what they would react more to. And probably because everyone else is gonna do something that's like they're seriously crushing on, or really just someone that has like a lot of references you can pull. Like Pat Sajak, you can do Wheel of Fortune references, good. You know, or Regis Philbin, you could do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Ooh,
you'd probably be an old man.
Good.
Right?
Yeah, I would do Danny DeVito, without a doubt. Their runway is Love the Skin You're In runway. Again, just as a reminder, we just picked a few to talk about. We're not gonna be talking about all of them. The first one that kind of like stood out was Alexis was in that nude leather. She had the leather, and then the part that it was kind of strange but kind of wonderful. She had her boobs painted onto the dress. From afar, it looked like her boobs, but up close, it was like, girl, you painted cleavage onto your dress. And she put stones on it. I love Alexis Mateo.
She looked good.
I'm into it. She looked good.
She looked good.
But you know that dress was hot. You know she started sweating the minute she put it on. She had to lube herself up to get into it. Then we had Blair. Blair was in all pink, and she painted her face pink and wore bright yellow hair. Yeah, I mean, love the skin you're in. I love sunburns. We've all been there. She looked great.
Objectively, she does look good, but she missed the assignment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Read the instructions, you know?
Well, you know, she's missing third period for this, so that's actually her reading class, so she didn't get to read it, unfortunately. Then we had Cracker, which was my big oof. This whole episode for me, Cracker was a big oof. But that weird, like,
the hard taco shell? Yes.
What?
What was the...
I was waiting for there to be, like, some sort of explanation, like, I hide behind my skin and here I am. But there was nothing.
It's pre-corona, so she couldn't go for that. This is a sneeze guard, mama.
Oh, yeah, this is my mask. Yeah, it works now, though. Yeah. She better be wearing that to the Rite Aid. Then we had Shea Coulee.
Duh.
Rhinestoned bodies. The makeup, the hair, the neck.
If I were these other girls and I saw this look, I would start plotting too. I'd be like, how do I take her down? Mayhem Miller saw them. She was just like, if I don't take her down next week.
Do we understand why Alexis and Mayhem voted for Shea when they had the chance? Yeah, they knew that Shea is going to kill it. And this is her one moment where they're going to pull her down. But like, girl, she looks...
comes back at you. You speak ill of a guy.
That's an episode joke. That's on next episode. But yes, like, she looked incredible. And it was with that look that she released a picture and announced something.
She announced the birth of her newest child, Chloe Coulee. So now she is a mother of triplets. Well, she also has a dog too. So I guess, well, the three Coulee sisters, and then baby Coulee. Wow, what a family. Wow,
and they all live together. So there's like the Coulee Castle.
It's
Chloe Coulee, formerly Chloe Park. The park is now closed. She's just
very
one of the
funny.
best.
Very funny.
Very funny and very sweet.
They're bringing in variety. All the girls are so different. I'm so excited for the reality TV show.
The final one that I just wanted to quickly touch on was Anginas. It was a traditional Filipino costume that kind of mimicked the feathers of a mythical bird. I thought it was beautiful. I mean, I agreed. I forget what judge said it, but they said, like, it's so overwhelming that it looks like you don't have a neck. Like, you just look like you're being swallowed up by it. And yeah, like, she's so petite that maybe she could have peeled back some of that. But what a powerful image to go out on, you know?
Mm-hmm. Representing the culture. We love it.
Right? And go out strong, girl. Because that, I mean, I just thought it was really cool. So, of course, Shea Coulee wins. She wins a trip to Puerto Vallarta because all of the prizes this season apparently are trips, which clearly didn't work out great. I hope they already went on them. As soon as you're done with All Stars, you're going to go on your trip because right now, who knows? We get to the bottom three. They're Ongina, India, and Mariah. Ongina kind of breaks down and is like, send me home. It was so sad to watch because that breakdown was more than just her own self-doubt. It was someone that she viewed as like a big competitor just didn't view her in the same light. Anyway, so she does that.
I can't trust Cracker. I can't trust Cracker after she did that shit. That's just fucked up.
That's the thing. I want to hear Cracker say that was fucked up. She does in the next episode. She does say, I fucked up. I'm sorry. But it's also, she immediately gets defensive. And then when she done already had hers, this happens, she like whispers to Shea, like, you don't know me well enough to know my intentions. And I'm like, but we saw what you did.
Oh my gosh. You don't know me.
I love Cracker, but it's just not going well. Anyway, so Shea Coulee goes out, lip syncing against Alyssa Edwards. So excited for that.
I mean, Alyssa Edwards, in the history of her lip syncs, she really did give it for RuPaul's Drag Race. She really did give it to them. But this one,
I think everyone just saw like Shea was ready. Shea was like, I'm getting that $20,000. I will be taking $20,000. And she did. She lip synced one song, 3 minutes, $20,000.
$20,000 in 3 minutes?
What would you do? If someone gave you $20,000 right now and they were like, you have to spend it, what would you spend it on?
What would I spend it on? Oh my
20
gosh,
grand.
I don't know.
Right now.
Home renovations.
In your rental?
in my rental. I would improve my way of living through paying my landlord's mortgage. I would buy furniture.
There you go.
I don't know, maybe a car. I don't know. Having a lot of money stresses me out.
Well, I don't think we're going to be in that situation anytime soon. I think I would buy new teeth. We're on to episode 3. Episode 3, Get a Room. They show everyone coming back from the elimination. I love that Shea... Now, I'm not putting down Alyssa Edwards. I love Alyssa Edwards. But Shea Coulee is Shea Coulee. And so Shea Coulee's like, oh, I can't believe it. It was Alyssa. And Blair's like, oh my God, what a gag. And Shea's like, I know, it's crazy. I was like, Shea, that's sweet. That's sweet for you to do that.
She's probably genuinely excited.
Well, that's true.
You know, talent recognizes talent.
That's true.
That's why they go up there like, oh my God, this is a girl.
You know what? That's true because Alyssa Edwards is a Drag Race legend, and so is Shea. So I think legend versus legend, yes.
Alyssa Edwards made RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, when people started watching her season, they were like, oh, this is the foolishness that we are expecting out of this television show. The standard has never been higher than casting Alyssa Edwards for RuPaul's Drag Race. Legendary.
Legendary. Well, that whole season was legendary, but Alyssa Edwards is legendary. Is it too late to buy her palette? I feel like I should have bought her palette.
Well, you can buy, if you want to buy a palette right now, I would buy Meatball's palette.
I did. Alexis and I both bought it. Yeah, I already have it. I used it. I'm not the most proficient with palettes. I'm still learning how makeup works. Like, I would only just buy the little, like, sugar pill single, whatever. So I just started buying palettes. You know, 8 years after you start drag, you start to buy palettes. It's a whole thing.
Wait, you've been only using pans?
Yeah. It's weird. I know it's weird.
It's like a bundle.
But Meatball is changing my life. I mean, I bought it. She didn't send it to me or anything. I bought it, but I appreciate it.
Well, you ain't on her PR list.
So then we go to the next day, and Alexis Mateo confronts Cracker and is like, what the fuck was up with your dealing with Ongina? She says, like, well, I was trying to say this. And Alexis, India, and Mayhem are like, fuck that. That's not true. We're not buying it. And it really sets up Alexis Mateo versus Cracker. And I have to say, I'm Team Alexis.
Yes.
I've never said that in my life because, you know, usually it's about bevels. But I'm Team Mateo on this one, for sure. They're told they have to design their own boutique hotel suite and that the teams have been drawn through a random drawing. What?
The strangest pairing.
Yeah, they were like, we went off camera and we did this off at a random drawing. No, that was not random. You picked these pairings. There was some reason for it. Come on. The next day, Shay asks Cracker, how are you feeling? And Cracker's like, I'm on a team with people I respect. I respect you. I respect. So I'm feeling good. And Alexis overhears that and she's like, oh, so you're saying you don't respect me? And Cracker's like, shit. I loved watching Alexis just be like, oh, I'll take this on. I've got time for this.
Right.
Let's do it. There is a part of me that saw in Cracker's reaction that like, that's not what I meant. But it's like, yeah, your intention is only part of it. Your impact is a huge part of this.
Right. Right. Just speaking willy-nilly like that is a testament of your character. You can only be conditioned so far to believe that it is your intentions that matter, because
yep.
Deep down, whatever comes out of you authentically is what you truly believe, I think. And people do have slip-ups with what they say, but saying, I'm glad I work with people that I respect, or performers that I respect, means that you measure people's worth through their talents, and you don't respect people because they're a human being. I don't know, maybe I'm reading into it too much.
Chan, no, I love it. Go deeper, go deeper.
Saying it wasn't my intention just removes responsibility. It's saying, I'm sorry what I said offended you, is another way of saying that, because if you're in a place where you can just say whatever you want and have no consequences for it, ooh, bring her to me. Let me talk to her, bring her to me.
Oh, okay, next week on IMHO.
Right.
Next week on IMHO, Chan and Cracker.
I'm fine.
So let's just kind of run through the suites and we'll just talk through it. It's fine. So the Golden Gals were Mariah, Shay, and Cracker. Shay's fabric was back up. We saw that pink with the palm leaves. Shay must have bought a lot of that. It was fine. I thought it was a fine idea. Was it funny?
No.
It was fine. Then we go to the Glamazone, which is Alexis, India, and Juju. Juju was hilarious. Alexis and India were present. Oh, do you have a thought?
Just a really awkward, like watching this challenge was like, wow, this is a really strange season to be pulling comedy and acting challenges, because these are not the girls for that kind of stuff. Why aren't you like showcasing their talents as opposed to putting your writing team to work? I don't care what the RuPaul's Drag Race writing team can do. I care about the performers. Like, I watch it for the drag queens, not for the production.
That's the thing that like makes the first episode. The first episode has not really been matched yet, because the first episode let them show off their talents. We get to see them dance and sing and like move on stage and the things that the world knows them for. And now it's all just improv comedy. And we know these girls can't all do improv comedy.
An improv troupe of drag queens.
Right? Yes and. We're losing improv studios right and left right now. I don't think we have room for more. Goodbye-o. Goodbye-o.
That's good right there.
Alexis said that, but I stole that. Then we move on to the 24 Karat Experience, or as I like to call it, Club 96 knockoff. Blair and Mayhem, they just keep saying rich. But it worked. They took a club that worked, Club 96, and they made it a different name. Rue loves a repeat, you know? So let's go to the runway.
It's becoming a snake eating itself. Can I just say that?
Oh.
The show's becoming like self-run. It's getting to the point where it's a franchise and they have to just cycle everything because they know that it makes money, and I'm just kind of like, really?
They took that club challenge and they said, make it a hotel. And then they took the winner and they said, make it gold. It is definitely a snake eating itself.
People are going to stop watching the show.
I'll be honest with you. All Stars will come on and I'll be like, I should watch it. And I'll be like texting and all this stuff through it. But like next week when Canada starts, I'm going to be like glued to the TV. It has potential to go to different places. I like it. It's like being in a bad family reunion. You know, there are highs and lows.
Okay, I see.
Let's go to Rue's gown. It was that like fur gown that she had. It was like the pastel-y fur colors. I was here for it.
That was really
What did
pretty.
you think?
Very festive.
Very Easter.
It looks very hot. Ooh, it looks so hot.
Yes. And then we find out the guest judges are Nicole Byer, obsessed, love, just ordered her new book, and an old white guy.
Oh.
So the runway is 333 looks in one. Mayhem Miller came out in fabric that she actually wore in an underwhelming outfit in her season. She repurposed it into like this kind of underwhelming look for this season. So she came out in like a jacket and then a skirt and then a bathing suit. Then India came out in a houndstooth in black and brown, in a jacket, a gown, and a bathing suit. But there was like it was elevated. I enjoyed it. I like same on same.
Drag shapes. It was very drag.
And it was very India. Like you can tell what her drag is. And it's good. I enjoyed it.
It's good drag. Oh yeah, it's good drag.
Then we had Juju in a Halloween costume, into a Christmas costume, into a like Valentine's Easter costume.
You say something?
No. Did you say something? Did you?
I'll only say something if I see something and I didn't see much.
That was a...
Kiki. But you know what? She had a story.
She told
that story.
She told a holiday story. She did not want to offend pilgrims, so she didn't do Thanksgiving, which thank God. Poor pilgrims, they've been through so much.
That was funny.
You know, stealing land from other people. It makes them tired. Cracker came out as a Fabergé egg. Then she pushed that down and she's wearing a gown. And then she ripped the gown off and she's just in a gold corset and like a little fart skirt. Was it 3 looks in one? No. Do I think like an egg is a look? No. But I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool.
I think coming out as Humpty Dumpty was very interesting too. Like, I'm immediately engaged. Okay,
ready for it.
I recognize you. You are a protein that chickens lay.
And sometimes turn into chickens, if given the opportunity.
And it brought back the question of our existence. Was it the chicken or was it the egg? Who came first?
It was Cracker.
Did Cracker come in first though?
It was a Cracker, yeah. It started with a Cracker. The whole thing. And then the final look was one of my favorites all season, was Shea Coulee, inspired by that like moth, kind of Lisa Frank. Came out in like what looked like a cocoon, took that off, she had on that skirt, ripped that away, she had on the wings. I thought it was amazing. And Ross called it crafty.
Ross?
In what
do you
world?
know, Ross? Do you know what it is to be sewing at a machine for hours at a time, Ross Matthews? No, because your entire existence is keying off other people's talents.
I thought it was incredible. And
what's wrong with the costume too? Like, whenever they use the criticism, it's a costume. Well, like, what is the definition of a costume? An outfit that tells a story? Okay, they're drag performers. That's what they do.
Right.
They literally storytell.
This is not Project Runway. This is Drag Race. We tell
Juju
stories.
held to the Halloween costume standard because it was literally three costumes.
We find out that Blair and Mayhem's room won because they love Club 96. So the room as a whole won, but it was actually Juju who won the whole challenge. And I agree with that. I thought she killed it in the challenge. But she was in a Halloween costume that she literally took out of the bag right before. Like, ugh. And then India, Mariah, and Shea Coulee are in the bottom, which is just mind-boggling. Juju ends up lip-syncing against Monet Exchange, which I love Monet Exchange with all of my heart, so I was so excited that she was back. They lip-synced to Juice by Lizzo. Monet won. Not a lot of surprises there. I could watch Monet do anything all day, every day. And then we find out that Mariah is gone. I love Mariah. I actually really enjoyed her 3 in one look as well, but did I think she was gonna go super far? No. So it was sad, but I love you, Mariah. We'll see you.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon, somewhere.
AKA Paris, AKA Balenciaga,
AKA
yeah, the moment.
Yeah, she's wonderful, and she'll always be wonderful. All right, so we're reaching the end of this. We are down to episode 4. We find out who voted for everyone, and we find out that Mayhem and Alexis voted for Shay. They were surprised that they read all the votes out loud, which is like, have you watched VH1 before? Another random drawing off camera sets up the teams. So they put Alexis and Shay in a group together right after Alexis says that she voted for Shay. So that was... Okay. So we get into SheMZ, which is like TMZ, but instead of a T, it's she. Get it? Because Drag Race. So basically, they're all like butch guys in SheMZ, and then Carson is playing Carson. So the first one is the Housewives. It is Shea Coulee and Alexis. Shea Coulee's dress for her Housewives opening, the 3-second clip, was a look.
It tastes so good, I'd eat it twice. So good.
Right? So good, so gorgeous. I did love that Shay brought up Black China again. She said that she was pregnant with Black China's baby daddy's baby. I remember that. Yes. Believe me. We remember that. Then we go into Juju and her daughter. They were arrested. Cracker is coming out of the Michelle Visage Free Clinic, which is funny to Michelle, I guess. Juju had this like Long Island accent. I was into it.
Juju carried that. Juju carried that. She was improvising. Cracker was kind of like panicking. So she did things like change the story around and said, I love you. And also
You're
got
right.
in her personal space. Because you only do that in an improv scene when you like run out of things to say because you can't react to emotions anymore because you've taken it too far.
This is why you have the degree in improv from IO. Goodbye.
This is why I have it. So I can read improv scenes. I would
You're
have
right,
just said,
though.
cut.
Take it again.
What is the motivation?
Back to one. Back to one. You know what? I was going to say that I thought Cracker did fine, but I liked Juju better. But no, you're right. Cracker kind of combusted. And then Juju was the one that kept it moving.
Right. Are you seeing it now?
Oh
Darby?
I'm so glad I'm sitting. That was a lot. So then we go to India and Mayhem. India was stealing stuff. India takes on this thing where she licks everything and she's obsessed with licking. I don't know where that came from. But I'm very on board with vases falling out of her vagina.
A very personal place, I think. And good on her for sharing.
Yeah, thank you for being so brave in this moment.
Oh yeah, the vase falls out and she licks the glass.
Which is how it's done in most places. As they're getting ready for the runway, we find out a little drums. Blair shares about like having a DUI, be on TMZ. When she was on Drag Race, which, do you remember that? Do you remember when that story came out?
Yeah, I remember the article, yeah.
Then Mayhem actually revealed, oh, I actually have 2 DUIs, and both times I was in drag, and they made me strip naked in front of everyone and took pictures of me.
That's horrible.
Defund the police. Abolish the police.
Right.
Can we say that?
Right. Like, can we take steps to defund the police?
Yeah. Well, clearly Chicago can't. Fuck Lori Lightfoot. I kind of felt that Mayhem was going, so it was really nice to feel connected to her again. So then let's go to the runway. Rue is in that, like, sports dress. It was like a leather kind of jacket sleeve, and then, like, the sports teams, which it had all of our favorite sports teams, Jan. You saw all of our favorites on there. Were they chip logos? Alexis thought they were logos for chips.
It looks like
chips,
like Spirit Week shit. I don't know.
Oh, it's sports. It's not chips, Alexis. Go back to bed. I liked it. I liked it looked like a sports jacket sleeve. I liked that there was like a little leather part. It wasn't like the most flattering, but I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I like the concept.
I mean, you know me, bro. I can't say. I see sports and I go, yeah.
Hey, you talking about sports, man?
Yeah,
are you North Side or are you for the Sox?
I'm for the sports.
Cubs, man.
We also find out that the guest judge is that one girl from Modern Family. Good for her. Then we get into Camo Couture, which, Shan, I know you're ready for. You've got ready. Juju B came out in kind of a Troop Beverly Hills gown with a tan and then the camo underneath. I thought she looked stunning.
Was really cute.
I mean, she's looked stunning all season, but this one, maybe it was the Troop Beverly Hills thing that rang true to me. Also, I'm remembering, we've talked about Troop Beverly Hills before, and you still haven't seen it. We have to show it to you.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna make you come over to the movie theater in my building, and we're gonna watch it in the movie theater.
Yes.
Then we had Cracker showed up in Jan's camo look. It looks like Jan had made an extra camo look, had it around, so she gave it to
You better, Darby.
I don't know what's going on.
Darby.
This is it's a new world. It's Darby's world.
You just see it. The shades come off and you just see clearly.
I'm a Darby girl and I'm
Are you gonna call your fans the Darbs? I asked
the Darbs. That could work. Or I'll just call them like, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, they can't hear that, Alexis.
You
we're not gonna repeat that.
Alexis
we're not gonna repeat that.
Said we can call the fan base Alexis because she's the only one. Don't cut that out, Editor Darby.
You know what? Darby, she's all about being real. And I'll take that. I'm growing.
Take it.
Blair St Clair dressed as a tree. She looked great. The shoulders were a little strange, but I love the pants. I love a big flare, like looked like the tree thing was being a tree.
She looked so cool.
She's so beautiful. She's so
beautiful. She's also like so skinny.
Then we had Shea Coulee in the blue camo. She had the like blue camo latex boots. She had a watering can that her partner Dan actually painted. If I ever want to get lost in water, I'm gonna call Shea Coulee because she knows how to do it. She looked stunning. I loved like the scarf in her hair.
The mod silhouette.
The last one I want to talk about is Alexis Mateo came out in the white camo look. I was initially like very excited for this because I enjoyed that she took a different stance. Her makeup didn't do it for me. Like just like the solid white forehead and then solid white. You know, I don't like white down the nose. I don't like to contour where I have a lot of white on my nose. Do you know what I mean? Clearly, that's exactly what I do, but I take it in a different way. And she was just like, nope, I'm just gonna... Overall, though, I did not hate it. I have to say, Alexis Mateo is really pleased with these looks.
When she said she didn't know what camouflage was, I was like, girl, you about to gag us, because you setting us up.
Well, because she Googled it, she went, camo, and then she goes, wait, camo, long white nose, and then boom. Cracker won.
Yay!
She's going to Montreal, so that's cool. She's gonna borrow Alexis's white camo look.
Send these girls on these mission trips to spread the word of RuPaul's Drag Race. I know the tea.
This was a week that I think Juju dominated. I think she killed it. And especially now, knowing what I know about improv. Thank you so much, improv coach. She carried the improv scene. And she looked amazing. Bottom two, India and Mayhem. So Cracker ends up lip-syncing against Morgan McMichaels, who is Mayhem's best friend of 20 years. So that's a lot of pressure. It would be like if like Alexis was in the bottom and then I got called in to, well, I wouldn't be called in to lip sync. I got called in to yell at a drunk lady on a microphone. That's the kind of pressure I'd be under, you know? So they lip sync to Where Have You Been? Plot twist, they both win.
Okay.
So Cracker gets $20,000.
Wow. Trembling.
Yeah.
Trembling. Morgan McMichael's just shaking. I can't believe I'm doing this. Right after trying to give her entire life. Like, I can't believe I'm... Girl, you had time to get the shakes out while you were lip syncing. Girl.
I'm not her biggest fan, but I do appreciate the dominance she has in LA.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
She's a strong force in LA.
Respect to her though. Like she's like an auntie taking the lead of like LA drag, like legendary.
Well, that is it. We are caught up on all 4 episodes. So we, moving forward, are going to continue to do this one at a time. We're not going to do this whole thing again, because this is just, that was for the birds, man.
That was the key.
Before we go though, there are a few other things we just want to like quickly run through. The first, all through your donations alone, we have donated $1,500. $1,500, just your money, like just what you have been giving to us through Venmo. We have given to Brave Space Alliance. We have given to Howard Brown. We have given to the Black Youth Project 100. There's been a lot that we've been able to give to, and it's truly all just because of you. I know we said it a long time ago, so I just kind of want to reiterate the points we had made. For the rest of the year, all of our ad revenue is going to go to the Brave Space Alliance and the Chicago Community Bond Fund. Anything that comes from ad revenue, we have taken none of that into our pockets.
So don't skip the commercials, most importantly.
Yeah, do not skip the commercials. You can watch, you know, what commercials do we have? Sewing. So we thank you for that. But every week, we would like to feature some sort of organization that is doing something here in Chicago that we can give to directly. So all of your Venmo tips, we are going to be giving to a different organization each week. This week, if you send donations to our Venmo at IMHO the show, we are going to be giving to, who are we going to be giving to, Chan? Who are we giving to this
We're
week?
giving our donations to Molasses, a Black trans-led organization. They also curate shows. Lucy's a part of it. Zola is a part of it too. Many other members. It's really just great to give directly to Black queer art. Yes.
We will be taking those donations all week long. So all week long, no matter when you watch this video, send us that money and we will be donating it. We have been putting all of the receipts on our social media so you can see those donations being made. Also, we need to share the names of the people who have already given because we haven't been making videos all month. So to everyone who's given that we have donated your money, here are your beautiful names. Chan, do you have a song ready for them?
Genovia, the land I call my home. Genovia, Genovia, forever may your manner wave.
Did I tell you that I made...
It's the national anthem.
I made Curtis watch that. He's never seen The Princess Diaries, and we watched it for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Did he live?
No. At the end, I was like, so what do you think? And he was like, I don't think I ever need to see it again, but I'm glad I saw it. Like that. Yeah.
It is the funniest freaking movie.
It's so good. Well,
it's so
don't
funny.
worry. Princess Diaries 2 is coming. I'm going to make him watch that next. Raven-Symoné and Julie Andrews on a mattress surfing. Thank you.
Hilarious.
We also want to shout out our Patreon. We know that this month was really light, and we sent a message to our patrons just thanking them for letting us focus on our community and do what we can here. We also gave them the option of getting a refund for the month because we understood we didn't deliver what we promised. And not a single person wanted their money back, and some even went ahead and donated more money to Brave Space Alliance. So Patreon, we love you. And July, we're going to be picking up so that we can continue to raise money with our dumb little voices. Ding! Chan, do you have any final thoughts?
Nothing really. Just back to how this Pride has been like a really enlightening Pride. If I had to choose one word to describe it, enlightening. I feel more of a jolt when I get out of bed because there's purpose behind what I do now. There's more of a reason to fight for our brothers and sisters.
And everyone in between. Exactly.
Yeah,
I love that. Before we go, though, we should turn it over. You know, Chan has said that she's now a host, but I always say, no, thank you. So please put your eyeballs closer to the screen. I don't know. And please welcome your intern for now, Alexis P. Burbles.
Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm so happy to be back. My name is Alexis P. Bubbles, and for now, I am intern. But that is, whoa, hold on. I think I got a bug bite. I think I got bit by a bug. I am the artist formerly known as the intern, Alexis P. Bubbles. And today, the P stands for Pride is canceled, mama. I've been really using this time away to kind of think about my place in this community and in this world, and how I can be better and be specifically anti-racist. So I'm grateful for this time, but I'm so happy to be back and continue that journey with all of my dear, dear IMHO family. So first things first, I would like to welcome to the world my gorgeous new little baby, Miss Darby. As she said, Darby is my uncle's name. They were gonna call me Darby, but then they thought people would make fun of me, Darby Barbie. Little did they know. And I was the one that initially suggested Darby. So technically, Darby is my drag daughter. I'm a mother. I'm a young and beautiful mother. Okay, now it is really great to be back watching TV with my faves here at IMHO, but I do have to say there is a television program that started in Quar. It is on Netflix. They're not a sponsor. If they want to be, we'll take it. And it is called The Floor is Lava. Not since Game of Thrones have I been so invested in a show. And I think the only thing that it is missing is Darby, Chan, and Alexis. Yeah, if anybody has any connections with Netflix, maybe they could kind of put me in contact. Maybe you could go to my Instagram, DM me there, and just, or email me and headline Netflix. I know Netflix, and then we can get on there, and it would be entertaining. All Stars is back, and with it is a new system with lip sync assassins. Now, it's fun to see these ladies come back. I echo Chan's sentiments. I think the ultimate lip sync is Dita Ritz, and I hope they made the smart decision to bring her on. If they didn't, we are going to hear about it from a one Miss Alexis P. Bevels. I want to see Dita back on that stage. I guess I'll be happy to see anybody. Sonique, if they bring Sonique back, watch out. Who would I pick for my I'm in Love guy? Now this is, I think I would go for comedy, but also who is not problematic? Who was it that picked Mr. Rogers? Was it Mayhem? She was smart for doing that because Mr. Rogers is dead and there's no dirt yet. But I think Zac Efron is pretty unproblematic. He is my age, so I think that's okay around my age. Or maybe like a Keanu Reeves. Keanu! Because then you could do Matrix. You could do Matrix. You could do, we all know I love Speed. The movie, not the drug. I want to admit something to you now, my IMHO family. Dear listeners, viewers, every time anybody anywhere talks about Alexis Mateo, my mind and my heart stops at Alexis, and I think they're talking about me. They're not. Darby posed a beautiful question. What would I spend $20,000 on? Pay off debt. I mean, I probably have about $200 left. And I think I would get a wig. In the last episode, or the 3-in-1 looks, friend of the show, Ross, did say Shays was a touch bit crafty. Now, it is a TV show. I do think it is, they probably say a lot of stuff, and they had to produce it to make Shade seem like she's in the bottom, because Shay can't, it's not good TV if she's in the top every week, which is where she should be, which is what she is. I do think crafty is a stretch, especially when RuPaul is sitting next to you and she looked like she just robbed a Michaels. I said it. All right, I think that's it for me. This is intern Alexis P. Bevels signing off for the final time. The next time you see me, I will be a head of a schedule. I will be a person. I will be a co-host on the main stage of, in my homosexual opinion, the network, the show. IMHO, the show. Starring, yeah, my chair goes down.
Okay, so Chan, I do think we should at least mention what she just said, Floor is Lava. We definitely have to be on it. I'm down to be on it in drag.
Okay.
I'm down.
Oh my God, that would be so sickening. A reality
I'm ready to win
star?
$10,000 and or drown on television. Either way,
let's do it.
I'm in. Well, I'm so glad to be back with you, and I'm so excited for IMHO moving forward and bringing in so many more Chicago voices for everyone. I guess this is where we part for now. Goodbye, everyone. We will see you soon.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's a habit. Keep it up. Mm.